For the last 3 years, something extremely strange has been going on in a road in Reading called Maldon Close. We heard about it from John Howie, who lives there. He wrote to us and said,
"Come and investigate and find out what's been going on and who's responsible. We can't get to the truth of it ourselves. Perhaps you'll be able to."
It sounded intriguing, so Chris went down and started to ask questions of all the neighbours in Maldon Close, starting off with Mr. Neil Walton, who lives at number 4.
There was one morning we woke up and we had daisies all the way along, a border of daisies all the way along the lawns here, about 3 feet deep from the footpath. Thousands of them. Looked very, very, very beautiful, actually.
Ordinary daisies had been planted,
Oh, with the plastic ones.
The whole garden was planted out with daisies. And it was a November morning, cold, bitter, dreary, and the whole place just lit up with these. It was absolutely beautiful.
That was 3 years ago. Since then, there have been many more mysterious hoaxes played on the quiet residents of Maldon Close.
One morning we woke up and we had rubber trees in our gardens. The whole place had gone tropical.
Yeah, this type of thing appeared midwinter, growing from the lawn.
What I think was the best joke so far has been the white milk bottles. And people woke up, went to collect their milk, picked up the bottle, and the bottles were all empty.
They're all painted white, even to a cream layer, and silver tops put back on, and they were absolutely realistic.
And they were empty, these bottles?
They were empty bottles, yes. I understand some neighbours even collected them. They were so real that they put them in the fridge, and it wasn't until they went to make coffee
There's a yard, a genuine article.
That's the real thing?
That's it.
But
White
very well
paint.
painted. What sort of
Indeed.
paint is it on there?
No idea, some
Gloss paint,
form
is
of
it?
gloss. I believe there was a bit of a fracas between a couple of milk float drivers. They each thought the other had been delivering on their patch.
Who is the mastermind behind all these hoaxes? Surely, in 3 years, someone must have seen something.
I immediately had my suspicion of the gentleman at the end house, and sure enough, a little bit later, when I looked out, I saw a milk crate outside his house, which he'd obviously used to collect up his bottles ready for the trick itself.
Right, so you think you know who's been perpetrating
Oh, I more than think. I know it is him.
Really?
Yeah.
Who is it?
John Howie. At number 34.
It is you, isn't it?
No. I wouldn't dream of doing anything like this. It's not me. No, I wouldn't dream of it.
Who do you think's behind all this?
Well, up till the middle of the week, we thought it was next door neighbour, but as he moved house Wednesday of last week, we're baffled.
We don't know who it is. It could be one of a number of people.
Several people say they've got good reasons for reckoning it's you.
I feel very guilty when you put it to me that way, but no, it isn't me.
It is, isn't it? Go on.
I've had my house for sale. I came home from holiday one weekend. Saw a notice up in my garden, house for sale. Gave me quite a shock. Well, I think it could be Mike at number 2, personally. He walks funny.
We tried to find Mike at number 2, but apparently he was away. Is he the hoaxer? After all, he's had some pretty elaborate tricks played on him.
He had the tree in his garden. He was always sweeping the leaves off the lawn. And it came late October and still leaves on the trees. He kept going out sweeping them up. And they just never fell because the hoaxer had tied them on.
It is you, isn't it? Oh, no.
No, it's not me.
Well, if it's not you, who is it?
I'll go for Mike.
What is that?
Well, this was last night. He must have spent quite a bit of time, or they must have spent quite a bit of time here. It's quite a sophisticated setup, as you can see. This morning, when Sylvia opened the curtains, she couldn't believe it. And the little boy climbed up on the chair and looked out and said, "Man, man!" But he took to the man very nicely. He said he was a nice man. But it's a fairly sophisticated joke because we got a card with it from Busby, from the post office telecommunications. which reads, if I can quote, the telephone painter, Mr. Turner, will be calling to paint your telephone yellow. Until it is dry, please use the telephone at number 6. That's our next door neighbour. And that's it.
Did lots of people get those cards?
Apparently, yes. I spoke to some neighbours this morning, and they all got them. So number 6 is standing by.
Yes, we woke up this morning and we found also some make-believe furry birds in the trees, singing to several of the trees in the close, and small white things, and on closer look they were false ones, false birds.
Anything else, Carol?
Well, we've grown a garden full of mushrooms today, which certainly I've never had before. I'm looking forward to having them for lunch today, providing they're all right.
Even our worst enemies wouldn't accuse us of doing that sort of thing.
Well, you'd be surprised.
You've got a few enemies, haven't you?
It was you, wasn't it? Own up.
No, certainly not.
It is.
No, my humour, such as it is, does not lie in that particular direction.
You are the hoaxer of Maldon Close.
Oh, no, certainly not.
Oh, yes, you are.
No.
It is you, isn't it?
Definitely not.
It's you, own up.
No.
Well, there is quite a lot of circumstantial evidence which would suggest it's you, Bob. Own up, it is you, isn't it? Come on.
No, I would never do a thing. I'm not a practical joker anyway.
Well, that's what all practical jokers say.
No.
You look so innocent. I'm quite sure it's
Well,
you.
I am
It is
innocent.
You.
Yeah,
It is you,
thoroughly
isn't it?
innocent. No,
It's you.
No, I'm thoroughly innocent. In fact, I'm wondering if this is all a practical joke, to be honest. You know.
Yes, you are real, aren't you?
You have got film in that camera, have you?
Did you ever find out who really was doing it, Chris?
No, but when we got back to the car to drive home, we found this on the seat. It said, "You've interviewed everybody with one important exception, Mr. X."
I don't believe that. I thought they all looked deeply suspicious. Anyway, if anyone has a clue out there, we'd be awfully glad to know.